Would you like to know more about this 1950 fluffy celebration cake? Well, join me in my home kitchen as I make this special cake for my parents' 60th anniversary. Come along and join the fun of this recipe from Vintage Cookbooks. All right, we are ready to make our rich egg white cake here. And we're gonna make the large cake. I'm gonna make two 8-inch pans and a 6-inch, and this is from Betty Crocker's picture cookbook from the 1950s. And so our first step is we have a cup of butter and we have 2 cups of sugar. And I'm gonna cream these together in our mixer here. I'm gonna take a little time to do this off camera, and then when we're ready for the next step, I'll be right back. So now you can see the butter is all nice and creamed together with the sugar. Now we're gonna take some cake flour, some salt. Oops, the kosher salt is sticking, that's my favorite salt. And some baking powder. So we're gonna mix that all together. The way I like to sift things is just simply with a whisk. Nowadays you don't have to sift quite as much. So I just wanna make that, well, I wanna make sure it's incorporated. Let me know what you use for sifting, or if you do much sifting at all these days. So anyway, our next step is to stir that in, alternatively with milk. So we have some milk here and some flavoring. So I'm actually gonna, it just says flavoring, but I put 2 teaspoons of vanilla. So I'm actually just gonna mix that in with the milk, or just pour it in there. So we're gonna put a little bit of the flour mixture in, like so. Let that mix for a moment, and then put in a little bit of this delicious vanilla milk. Okay, so we're gonna keep doing that for a moment until it's all in there, and then I'll show you the final step of the cake before we get it in the oven. So I wanted to show you that the batter is almost done, but I'm gonna be adding a little bit of pink because we're making the azalea cake version of this. And this is from my parents' 60th anniversary, and their wedding color was pink. So we're gonna do a pink theme, and we're gonna add strawberries later to the icing and everything. So let's see how this pink looks. We're gonna mix it up just a little bit before we do the last step. And I think it needs more pink. What do you think? Hey, that rhymes. That's very cute. Let's add a little bit more and see if we get a nice tint to that. Let me know if you like to add any coloring to your cakes. That's looking fabulous, but I want a little bit more. Usually you can just use red, but I got this special pastel pink to see how that would work. And we don't want to make it too bright, but just enough. And I'm just going to add a tiny bit more. And then I'm going to scrape this down one last time to make sure this is all incorporated before we do our last step. We want to scrape from the bottom and make sure all that silky cake is getting mixed up properly so that it bakes up nicely. Let me know if you like to make cakes, if you like to use the stand mixer or another mixer, if you like cake mix cakes. Let me know your favorite kinds. I would love to know in the comments down below. All right, so I think this is done. So I'll be back in just a moment for the very last step of folding in the egg whites. Yum! Be right back. So here we have 6 egg whites that I've beaten to stiff peaks, as you can see here. I did this on the side with a hand mixer, or an electric hand mixer, I should say, not by hand. But what we are going to do is fold these in gently. And I recommend that you do these just slightly ahead of time, not too far ahead of time, but just enough so that they will be ready when you need them. So just before you make the rest of the batter, and we're going to kind of do this folding motion with the spatula. Doesn't it look like beautiful clouds in there? I just love this. So pretty. This is going to be a gorgeous cake for their 60th anniversary. And full disclosure, I did add a tiny bit more pink because it just wasn't pink enough for me. And this party, I'm planning on taking a little bit of video of the party and all the finished items. So you'll be able to see that it is really a pink theme for this anniversary brunch. It's going to be very cute. Let me know if you like to do theme parties, theme get-togethers. It can just be around a color or celebration or something, but I find that really fun. So let me know in the comments down below, and let me know what you think of this gorgeous cake batter. All right, let's go back in a second and I'll show you how to fill the cake pan. So you can see our little cute baby cake is out of the oven. It does not look super pink, but that's okay. We're gonna be putting a lot of pink icing on this anniversary cake, and this just looks really fabulous. The other layers need a few more minutes, but they're getting there. This smells amazing and it looks super fluffy and light, so I'm excited to give this a little bit of a test later on. Yay! All the cake layers are out of the oven, yay! And so I'm gonna let these sit here for about 10 minutes and then we will turn them out to cool. Once they are cool, I'm gonna be wrapping up and freezing the big layers, and then I'll save this one for making the icing and the little test on. All right, I will see you then. So all 3 cakes are cooling, or all 3 layers. Don't they look lovely? They smell so delicious. And so I'm gonna let these completely cool, and then I'll be back to show you how I wrap these up for freezing, and then we're gonna make a little bit of kind of test icing for this one. See you then. All right, now that the cakes are cooled down, I actually wrapped this little one up just to keep it moist, and I wrapped the big ones the same, and I've already got them in freezer bags in the freezer. So this is how I prep them. And we're gonna make a strawberry glaze for this little cake, just so we can get a sense of what this cake is like. At the very end, you're gonna see the final anniversary cake on the anniversary party day, which I'm looking forward to, and it'll have a different kind of fluffy frosting and strawberry filling and such. So that one is called the azalea cake. And in the book chat section, I'll show you a picture of that, and that's kind of what I'm going for, although I might add a little bit more decor. But I'm always about flavor first, and then I also want to make it pretty. But that's usually how I go with these things. What is most important to you? Do you prefer a really, really decked out cake that is maybe not quite as flavorful, or do you really want the flavor first? And you can definitely have both, for sure. But a lot of times you can spend so much time on decorating that there's not as much focus on the flavor of the cake. And I'm like, I want it to taste really, really good first. So you can see we're making this icing by really, really mashing the strawberries with a fork. I do it by hand this way because it brings out a lot of juice, and I don't want them completely blended because I still want little pieces. So look how juicy those are. Yum. So now we're gonna add in some powdered sugar, and that's about a cup. So there's about a half cup of strawberries in there. And then we have milk here if we needed to add it in, depending on how this consistency turns out. And as you can see, it's just naturally a really pretty pink, which is beautiful. And again, the final cake, the bigger one, will have kind of a different icing. And actually, I think this is all the moisture we're gonna need. We can put that milk back in the jug in the fridge in a moment. But we might actually need more powdered sugar because this is a little bit thin. And we want it to be a little bit thicker when it sets on the cake. So I will come back when this is ready to drizzle on the cake, and then we will move on from there. I'll see you in a moment. Okay, we are ready to glaze our cake. We have this lovely fresh strawberry glaze. I ended up taking about 2 cups of powdered sugar, and we might have extra left, but I wanted to put on a really nice coat on here so we get all that beautiful flavor and color. So I'm just gonna put on a nice thick layer and we're gonna let it drip. I always have a pan with this grate over it. Why can't I think of the word? Cooling rack, that's it. I always have the cooling rack over the pan so it can drip down below. And look how pretty that is. And it's just so natural and nice. And I'm sure this flavor will even soak into the cake as well. So let me know what you think of this kind of berry icing. And this would make a really cute little dessert on its own as well. I really like these 6-inch cakes for smaller groups. They feed quite a few people, especially if you have a double stack one with all the icing and stuff. It gets pretty rich, so you don't even need big pieces. So let me know what size cakes you prefer, depending on how many people you have. So yay, that looks so pretty. Let me show you a more close-up shot of that. We're gonna let that dry, and so let us move on, and I will see you when it's ready. We are here with the family to try a sample of the Betty Crocker anniversary cake.
So what makes this vintage?
It's from a 1950 recipe from Betty Crocker.
Oh, 1950, okay.
And I just kind of put a glaze on it because the anniversary one will have different frosting.
Should I carve for everyone?
Yeah. Just to kind of get a sense of the cake. See if it's any good.
Is it a flavored cake?
It's just like, a kind of a nice sponge cake.
Okay.
And you got like strawberry on top?
Yeah, I put a strawberry glaze on it just to have something on there.
It cuts very nicely.
Yeah. It looks, if you want to see this, it looks really fluffy. Fluffy and spongy, yeah. See what it tastes like.
Mm.
Oh, that's nice. Mm.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm approved. That is a really good cake.
Mm.
Wow, the crumb on this cake is like really fabulous. I don't know if you can see that.
It kind of tastes like
really soft.
Almost like a pound cake or something. Like it's a little bit dense, but not unpleasantly dense.
Wow.
It's really good.
This is one of the best cakes I've tried.
I think I might agree with you on that one.
I mean,
wow,
honestly
this is
though,
amazing.
I'm not sure it's the cake or this glaze is really nice too.
The glaze is good. But I like how it's soft and flavorful, but it's not too heavy at the same time. I don't know.
Almost tastes like a really good shortcake.
Yeah.
You're really glazing it right now.
I love that. Any other notes on the cake?
I'm approved.
Awesome.
Very good.
I would say definitely worth your time making, so hope you enjoy. Welcome to the book chat section of this Betty Crocker cake video. I wanted to show you this beautiful vintage Betty Crocker picture cookbook. It's so cute, isn't it? And I love all the photos in here. Look how cute, all the little kitchens and different things. So this one is from 1950. It says down here. And it even has a little letter from Betty Crocker. So cute. So what I wanted to show you here is the cake, the original cake look we are going through, and this is called, let me remove this, Pink Azalea. Isn't that cute? I love all these little signs, the daffodil, the old Kentucky nut cake, just the bouquet of flowers are just so adorable. And so this is the one, the anniversary look here. So I love the fluffy, we called this White Mountain frosting growing up. A lot of, so many people in my family made this and still make it sometimes. So I just think it's so cute with the pink. And then this is the recipe for the fluffy white frosting. And then we have the cake recipe that we made. So I love all the cute pictures in here and the little illustrations. I just think they are really cute. And somebody even put some notebook paper in here to make extra notes. And check out these cookies. Are they cute or what? Just look at that. Gingerbread man, and they're just really, really cute and fun. So I look forward to sharing many more recipes in here with you all, but I just especially wanted to show you that cake recipe, or that cake picture. So tell me what you think of this cute cookbook. If you own this one, what recipes are your favorites? I would love to know. Thank you so much. And if you want to stick around for the bonus section, we have some fun things for you there. But if not, please know that I appreciate you. You are all fantastic. And thank you for joining me. Please like the video, subscribe, and leave a comment and say hello down below. I love, love, love talking with all of you. So thank you so much. Okay, we are here making the fluffy frosting for the cake. And it starts out making a sugar syrup that we want to get to 242 degrees. So I'm going to show you what I have in the mixer while we're waiting for this to come up to temperature, which is very soon. So here in the mixer we have some egg whites. I have them partially beaten. I'm going to beat them a little bit more to some stiff peaks, more or less, before we whip the syrup in here. So let's continue with the frosting. So I wanted to show you, we're going to add a little bit of vanilla and some pink coloring in just a little bit. So the syrup is up to temperature. We're going to whip it into these egg whites now. So here is the finished cake. It is so cute. So you see what I did, I put some sliced strawberries in the center. I think it looks really pretty. I think it's nice to not have it all iced because then it's not way too rich. We can enjoy the beauty of the cake. And in a moment, I'm going to show you the tablescape of this anniversary party, so stay tuned. So this is a super cute 60th anniversary table. It's gonna be our family, and then my parents, of course, the guests of honor, and then my brother and sister-in-law. They're coming and bringing some food. So we have the little gift bag set up, the coffee cups, napkins, silverware, the cake area over here. I went with kind of mixed flowers because I wanted to add more brightness. And then we have sugar and creamer at every side. We have, funnily enough, wine glasses. We're not having wine, but just lemon water. And then we're gonna have punch and cold brew and tea and coffee. So I'll show that a little bit later, but almost party time. Woohoo. Hey everybody, we're here with the family. This is my sister-in-law Kim. This is my dad Dale, my mom Serena, and you know Adam of Adam Approved.
Yeah.
So it's my parents' 60th anniversary, so we're celebrating with a 1950 Betty Crocker cake, and I just put fresh strawberries in the middle. So we have some willing tasters, more than our regular crew, so
Yeah.
regular crew plus. So
The
we'll see how
expanded
this
edition.
is. Yes.
I guess we did lose Dad, but you know.
Yeah, well, he can try it later.
Yeah, he's at work right now.
Yeah, it's okay. Okay, excuse my fingers. All right. Here's the first piece.
Birthday boy.
Birthdays and anniversaries happening here. Let's see, let's get another slice. Whoa! Oh, I'm sorry. A little bit precarious with that icing. There we go.
Oh, but I see
Sorry about that. Oh, you gotta get the strawberries. There you go. Okay.
Luckily, that has nothing to do with the flavor.
Yes. Just kind of slip sliding strawberries here. Whoop. Okay.
Maybe turn
There we go. And I'll move it so Dad can try. Oh. A little bit of a casualty. It'll
Wow.
still
It's a good
taste.
thing you changed your channel name. Then you'd be lying.
That's right. It used to be 0 casualties, and would have had a casualty there.
Yeah.
Okay, lovely. And I'll get a slice here in a moment, but why don't you try that? Let me know what you think.
Now, this is from a 1950s.
Yeah, that Betty Crocker one that you gave
Okay.
me. Yeah.
I had this before. It's really good.
Yes. You had it with a strawberry glaze. Here, I'm gonna just slice off one real quick.
Nice and moist.
Oh, thank you.
Not too sweet, but
Yeah.
indulgent.
Just perfect balance. Yeah, it's quite
Still Adam
fluffy.
approved.
Yay. I love it. I'm glad it's a hit.
Very good.
Thank you.
The moisture of the cake makes a difference.
Awesome.
It does.
And I'll give you guys a tiny sample of what it looks like. So thank you. Oops. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate it. Bye.